day when I arrived on the Missouri State campus. And as I put that last box on my new bed, I stopped for a second, and I looked around at my new dorm room. This is where I was going to be spending the next year of my life. And I was excited. I was finally on my own. No more having to listen to my parents tell me what to do, no rules, no curfew. It was going to be great. And I had a plan for college. Good grades, make new friends, join new clubs. Then we came to the third week of college. My laundry started to pile up a little bit in the corner. That never happened before. I hadn't really made any new friends yet, and I was already slacking on my study habits. And then we came to the third month of college. And I missed my mom. I missed her voice, missed her cooking. I missed cuddling my dog at night. And it felt like it was becoming tougher and tougher each day. But the worst day was my birthday. Because this year there wasn't a birthday cake, no candles, presents. I was on my own. I was all alone and I couldn't shake the feeling. But something happened that night, something that I will never forget. It made my day so much better. And what happened was amazing. I no longer had the feeling of loneliness that I had before. It was a little act of kindness. An act of kindness that only took 3 seconds. We need people in this world willing to do acts of kindness for others because they need it. Now, what do I mean by an act of kindness? Well, that act of kindness on my birthday was my best friend bringing me a cupcake from the dining hall with a candle stuck in the middle, and she sang for me. Was it lame? Yeah, it was kind of lame, but you know what? It made me feel better. It made me feel like I could keep going. That's what I mean when I say we need people willing to do acts of kindness. We don't need people to spend money on us. We just need people to spend time. Webster Dictionary defines it as altruism. It's a behavior that shows a desire to help others. But there's a problem. We don't live in that kind of world. We live in a world riddled with problems. We live in a world where people are going to look at you like you're stupid, like you're worthless. And it's sad because there are people out there who need them. There are people out there who need you. There was an article that came out in July of 2016 by Charlie Gillis and Jonathan Gatehouse, and they said that America is divided. We claim united we stand, but we don't live up to that expectation because people don't care. But there are people out there who need them. The National Institute of Mental Health said that in 2015, 16.1 million adults had a depressive episode. We've all had our bad days. There's not a single one of you in this room who can tell me, I've never had a bad day in my life. Not a single one. But what a lot of us have had is people to help us get through it. Whether that person was mom, dad, siblings, friends, they've told us that we can keep going. They've showed us that we care. But not everyone has those people, and they take it a step further. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention said that as of April this year, suicide is up 24% than what it was in the 90s. 24%. These people are your friends, they're your family. They're the people that you love and care about. The ones that I love and care about. They cry and cry out for help and the world just turns a blind eye. We need people to take those 3 seconds and show others that they care because they need it. But those people aren't the only ones. There are others too. In a survey brief by the United States Census Bureau, between 2000 and 2012, poverty has increased 3.4%. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a big number, but when you're looking at millions and millions of people, that number is huge. These people can't afford to feed their families, themselves. They can't afford a roof over their house. These are the people that need our help. Now, I'm not asking you to go out and feed the whole world. College budget, I'm there, trust me. But I am asking you to help out a little bit. The next time you go to the drive-thru, pay for the person behind you. It's only a few extra dollars. And you know what? That little act of kindness you just committed is contagious. And that person in the drive-thru is going to pay for the person behind them, and that person for the person behind them. And before you know it, you started something. You made a difference in someone's life. You could have prevented someone from becoming part of that 24% increase in suicide. And that feels good. Gretchen Kyler said in September of this year that if people were inspired more, they would help more. So I found a story in New York Times about a man by the name of Mark Bustos. And what Mark does is he goes around and he cuts hair for the homeless. Now we're talking about a professional hairstylist who usually costs like $100 to go to, cutting hair for the homeless for free. And he does this because he knows that they don't have people to care about them. But he's still showing them that there is someone out there. And you guys can do the exact same thing. I encourage you to go out and smile at someone today. Ask them how their day was. You might get a funny look, because they're not used to that. But go ahead and do it and see what happens. If you're on the elevator and you see someone running towards you, hold open the door for them. It's only going to take 3 seconds out of your day. Pick up someone's books if they drop them. Help them out a little bit. Always be kind because you don't know the battles that people are fighting behind closed doors. As Gandhi said, you have to be the change you wish to see in the world. So let's make it a better world. Let's make it a kinder world. 3 seconds is all it takes to show a little act of kindness. Thank you.